This is one of those dishes that proves simple ingredients can make something truly special. Today, I'm going to be making a £1 Italian chicken and bread salad. Crispy golden chicken, torn bread, which is going to soak up all those lovely, incredible pan juices. It's rustic, it's hearty, and it's the kind of meal that feels really fancy, but actually is unbelievably easy to make. And what's better is, it's a £1 dish, so more flavour and less washing up. I hope you're all well. Welcome back to It's Cooking Good. So we're going to start off with our chicken, and I'm going to get ahead of the game because I want to marinate this for a good 4 to 6 hours. So I'm going to cook this later. We'll get this part done now. Great thing is you could actually do this step a day ahead. So make a great weeknight dinner. Here I've got some bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs, really inexpensive and very, very flavourful. And here I've got a Ziploc or a sealable bag, and we're going to put our marinating ingredients straight in here. So I'm going to start with a good pinch of salt, some tomato puree. I've got about a tablespoon there. Here I've got fennel seeds, another tablespoon. These are all tablespoons. Oregano, dried. Paprika, now I'm using a smoked paprika. Use whatever paprika you like or you have in. And here, some onion powder. That's it. I'm going to add a little bit of water because I want to just thin down that tomato puree a little bit. And we're going to add some olive oil. And I'm going to go in probably, I'd say that's about 3 to 4 tablespoons. And just give that a good little mix around just to make sure it's all getting nicely dissolved. That's it. And then in with your chicken. And that's it. Just give that a good mix around, which I will do once I've washed my hands, put it in the fridge, and then we will be ready to move on to the next stage. So our chicken's finished marinating, now ready to put it in the oven. So at this stage, you just want to preheat your oven to 180°C fan, usual temperature. Empty all of your chicken and as much of your sauce as you can get out of there into the pan. And I'm also going to throw in, I've got here some garlic cloves, and I've just smashed them a little bit. So I've got 3 garlic cloves. Just spread your chicken out and make sure that they're skin side up. So that's it, just arrange them round. Lovely. That looks perfect. So these are going to go into the oven for between 30 and 40 minutes. This is their initial cook. Want to get some nice colour on them. We'll then pull them out and then we can add our bread. Okay, so our chicken has had the first part of its cook. It took 30 minutes. Here, I've got some cubed bread. So I bought a loaf of bread from Tesco's. It's a whole loaf, and I've done a slice per person and then just cubed it into sort of bite-sized chunks. To that, we want to add a little bit of olive oil just to wet it and make sure that our parmesan, which we're going to add next, sticks to it. So here I've got some parmesan cheese, which I've just grated. Just sprinkle it on, and we're going to save some because we're going to use some for our salad that we'll do in a little while. And just give it a good toss around to make sure it's nice and evenly coated. So you can see there, look, the chicken's taken on a lovely colour. We've got some lovely juices here. So we're just going to get our croutons and place them into our dish. Now we like plenty of croutons, so as little or as many as you like, and just get them in there. Make sure you get all of that parmesan out, and then just with a spoon, just get some of them sort of coated a little bit in that juice. That's it. And then just try and bring them back to the top, but make sure your chicken skin is exposed. So this is going to go back into the oven now for 15 to 20 minutes. The same temperature. We want to crisp that bread up really nicely so they make nice croutons. Whilst it's doing that, we can move on and make the rest of our salad. So for the salad, we're going to start with our tomatoes. I've got some lovely little cherry tomatoes and a couple of little miniature vine tomatoes, and we're going to start by chopping those up. Halve your tomatoes, and with your bigger ones, just quarter them basically. Lovely. It's nice to add a bit of interest to the dish, to be fair. Nice different tomatoes. And then our fennel. So here I've got one fennel. I'm going to go straight down the middle. And then we're going to slice this. Now, if you've got a mandolin, you could do this on a mandolin, but I'm just using a knife. Guys, I'd just like to say I really do appreciate you watching the channel. If you like the content, please do like, share, subscribe, comment. Really would be much appreciated and really does help with the algorithm. So just chop this really as thin as you can get it, basically. And then for our second half, same again. Okay, so our tomatoes are in our bowl that we made the croutons in, so there's still some remnants of that parmesan in there. In with our fennel, just throw that in as well. And then we just want to add some lemon juice. So I'm going to use a whole lemon. Bring that over here. That's it. Lovely. And then to that, we're going to add some basil. So I've just got some fresh basil. Just tear in some leaves. You can chop them up if you want to. I quite like them quite big and chunky in my salad. So I'm just going to pick them off. And that is going to flavour that beautifully. Okay, basil in. We're going to add a little bit more olive oil. So probably a good tablespoon of olive oil. And the remainder of our Parmesan cheese. That's all gonna go in there. Okay, so our chicken is done. We need to fish out these croutons and we're gonna put those into our salad here. So I'll crack on with that and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so croutons all in. Just get your pan. We want to use this juice as another further flavouring for our dressing. So I'm just gonna put all of that juice, as much as I can get out without dropping all the chicken, into our tomato and fennel salad. That's it. I'm just going to season it with a little bit of pepper. Just a good few turns of that pepper mill and some salt. So just a touch in there. Give it a good mix around. And we are now ready to plate this up and give it a try. And there we have it, my £1 Italian chicken and bread salad. Let's give it a go. Let's have a little bit of that chicken. Got to have a little bit of tomato, a little bit of the bread. Dancing in my mouth. Flavours are amazing. That is so good and so simple. I really appreciate you watching. I'll put all of the details of today's £1 Italian chicken and bread salad down below in the description as always. And all that's left for me to say is until next time, it's cooking good.